You're also a Knicks fan.
I am also a Knicks fan.
But the Knicks have been a playoff team for the past few
Shout out
years.
Jalen Brunson.
So
This
they
episode
have
is
gone
brought
into
to
a
you
new era.
by. Hold on, Daniel. Please do it again. Do it again, please, please.
Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks, everybody. The one shining grace that Daniel has in his life.
Buy now at NBAShop.com.
Bye now.
Knicks are in the playoffs, Daniel. Beat the Hawks
Yes.
in game 1, playing game 2 tomorrow on Monday. How we feeling, Daniel? How we feeling about a nice little playoff run for the Knicks right now? How we feeling?
I mean, so I'll be totally honest, right? With full transparency, I didn't really watch the full game because I was at a soccer game, and as my luck would have it, the game's at 6 and the soccer game's at 7:30. So I'm watching from a phone screen, so I really didn't get the full breakdown. But I think I got the gist of what I think is going to happen in this series, right? I think obviously the Knicks have the better team on paper, right? Jalen Brunson went off, I think it was like 38 points, right? He had a lot of points. Karl-Anthony Towns did his thing. You got contributions from Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, especially Josh Hart. He was big off the bench, right? Atlanta, while they played well, didn't really have the firepower that the Knicks have, right? I think that's fair to say. With that being said, Atlanta kept it a little bit too close for me. The little bit they got about 3 points, tied the game a couple times, right? I don't like that. I don't. I'll be honest with you. That first half wasn't that great. When CJ McCollum is cooking us in the big 2026, that doesn't give me a lot of confidence, right? CJ McCollum's a great player. It's 2026, bro. I'm sorry. So I was also interested to see, Mike Brown's rotation. He was going with 9 guys. Had Clarkson in there, had McBride in there, Mitchell Robinson in there. And I was interested to see he had the starters play the whole first quarter, rest them for the first half of the second quarter, and that was kind of the rotation. So I can understand that. I think the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway was that when the Knicks needed to put their foot down, they did. Right? Third quarter happened, and they just never let up. They kept making shots. They put pressure on Atlanta. They forced Atlanta to kind of make shots, and they didn't. That's how this series needs to go. It was a better second half, absolutely. Defensively was really good. Karl-Anthony Towns was aggressive and fought hard. Jalen Brunson set the tone early. So I think if we can get that, Atlanta should be no problem, and I want to see that. Atlanta shouldn't be a problem because they aren't. And all credit to Atlanta, they're a really good team, really good players. They're not at the Knicks level. I think everybody can kind of agree with that. But if the Knicks let up and allow Atlanta to do their game and allow Atlanta to kind of get back into the game, then that's where there's going to be a problem. Because Atlanta still was a really good basketball team. And really good teams can beat great teams on off nights. So the Knicks need to stay where they're at. It was a good start. It was a good kind of, tone setter. You have to keep that standard now. Everyone's already been like, oh, easy series, easy sweep. The Knicks did everything right. They didn't. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't great. There were mistakes, and there are things they can improve on. Right? I.e., Mikal Bridges. I.e., OG Anunoby. Right? There are positions where I think there could be improvement. Karl Towns could set a bigger tone. Could be more aggressive. Right? Shooting could be better. Defense could be better. I think right now with Atlanta, you have the opportunity to kind of get that going and get into that playoff kind of mode and mentality. So I think it was a good start. I'm not saying it wasn't, but all the rhetoric of that easy series, done and dusted, Knicks got it in 4. Let's slow down with that. They're not there yet. They're close, but they're not there yet. And this Mike Brown rotation, here's my problem with it. It's not that I don't like it. It's that they didn't do enough of it in the regular season. So these guys now have to start knowing their rotation minutes, their chemistry, and they have to, normally, your last, week of games that you play, you set your playoff rotation. The Knicks didn't do that. They kind of kept the same rotation, kept rotating guys in and out, kept kind of deciding who was going to be that final spot, and they never really set a rotation. So now it's like, okay, Brunson, you're going from 35 minutes a game to 42. That's a big ask and a big jump when you haven't played 42 minutes regularly in the season. right? So now that's an adjustment that needs to be made, and we're making it now in the first game of the playoffs. I don't like that. And you saw maybe some fatigue and some things going on there. So maybe that will get better as the playoff goes on, but it was a good start. Not angry, just not I'm not happy. Not happy. We're there, though, but it could be better. Because if we go play Boston, we may be talking about a different game one. A very different game one. So, but I think so far it seems like the Knicks shouldn't have a problem with Atlanta if they keep up with this tone and this pace. So we'll see what game 2 holds tomorrow.